take a look at some foot strengthening and balance exercises that help you get that connection from strengthening your feet, how that connects into your core, and how that connects into your glutes, such as that you have a good balance, you've got strength and power in your movement, as well as if you deal with any foot, knee, hip, or low back pain, this will be part of your healing process. So the first exercise is called short foot, and this exercise I learned from what's called Barefoot Strong, and their focus is on really just getting the foot strong, and then they start to connect that all the way through in a way that I'm going to do today. So how we do what's called short foot is I'm going to teach you in progressions. The first is you're just going to stand with one foot in front of the other. And what you want to do is have a little bit of a soft knee. You're going to lift all your toes and you want to spread your toes out. And then you're going to place your toes down on the ground. So you could do this seating or stand at the very first phase. So once your toes are spread out and you place them on the ground, with the bent knee, you're going to press your toes into the ground. So you want to contract and tighten your feet. And what you'll feel here is an activation of the arch of your foot and even a slight deloading of the forefoot. And you hold that for 10 seconds and then you release. Lift your toes, spread them out, place them down. Press into your toes, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth, and fifth. Feel that lift of your arch. Notice the de-weighting that happens from the big toe ball from your forefoot. Hold that for 10 seconds, take a breath, and then relax. Let's do the other side. So you would be able to do up to 8 to 10 reps on each side. You're going to lift your toes, spread them out, place them down, press down into your toes. Feel that activation of your arch, the de-lifting of the forefoot. Hold that for 10 seconds, take a breath, and then exhale to relax. And again, lift your toes, spread them out, place your toes down, press into the toes, activate the arch, lifting up through your forefoot. Good. So that's your first progression. So if you find it difficult to lift the toes, spread them out, get that energy into the toes, then this is where you're going to start with. And do these exercises for about a week or until you start to really feel that activation through the arch and you can really start to work the toes. The second is we're going to add it to balance. So you're going to stand with your foot forward. You're going to lift your toes, spread them out, make sure your knee is bent, press into your toes, stand tall through your spine even though the knee is bent, feel the activation of the arch, and then you're going to balance on one foot. And you hold that for a count of 10. Take a breath, and then you come back. And you do that 5 or so times on each side. So lift the toes, spread them out, place them down, make sure that knee is bent, feel the activation of the arch, and now we want to load onto that leg. And as you're here and feeling that and breathing, what you might start to notice is that activation of what we call your side hip. And then you come back. Let's do the other side. Lift the toes, spread them out, make sure your standing knee is soft. You're going to load onto that foot. Now you're transferring the weight. Feel the activation of the arch. Stay tall through your spine, looking straight ahead, and then balance on one leg, keeping that knee bent, feeling that activation of the hip, and then you step back. Let's do that one more time. Spread the toes, place them down, activate the toes, feel the strength come into the arch, shift forward, loading, and then we just balance. Remember, the standing knee is soft. You're pressing into your big toe, second, third, fourth, and your heel pad, and then you come back. So the progression, back to our first foot. Lift your toes, spread them out, place them down. Standing knee is soft. Load onto this leg. Balance on the foot. If you need to hang on to something for balance here, you can do that. You're going to bend your knee. Take a breath in. As you exhale, activate the toes, and now press up and see if you can get a little deeper into the side hip. Bend the knee, pressing into the toes, feel the activation of the arch. Take a breath. As you activate and press down through your feet and come up, can you get that activation deeper through the glute? One more time. Place it down, bend the knee. Good, see my foot's working, my knee is working, my hip, and as I exhale, I press through and see if I can get that activation of the glute. Good, let's do the other side. Come forward with the foot. The knee is bent. Lift your toes, spread them out. Load into that leg as you press down into your toes. Keep the arch active. Come up, balance. Inhale, bend down, just a little mini squat. As you exhale, load into that short foot. Use your toes and your heel and press up. Can you feel that tightening through the glute? Bend the knee, take a breath. Notice my posture. Exhale, activate the toes. Feel the lift of the arch. Press into the toes and heel equally. And as you come up, putting your hand there, talking to your body, it will help. Take another breath and exhale. Feel the short foot. Press into the toes and standing up. Awesome. We're going to do one more, and this involves a balance exercise. And you can use a little weight. It can be 2 pounds. I just happen to have this one here with me today. And so even a bottle of water, anything, all we're trying to do is, it's not about the amount of weight, it's just trying to throw your body off center, and your body has to come back and right itself to center. So we start with the short foot. Hold the weight in the opposite hand for now. You're going to lift your toes, spread them out. You're going to come forward, standing knee is bent. Go into your short foot, activate the toes, activate the arch, and then come up and balance on one foot. Now all we're going to do is move the weight around. No specific pattern. It's just simply the movement of the weight is causing your center of gravity, and melt, we call it your autopilot, to respond, switching sides, and help you find where that center is to keep you balanced. So now we're really recruiting the short foot to the core, to the glute med. Good, and you do that for 15, 20 seconds or until you fatigue, and then we'll do the other side. Lift the toes, spread them out, press down, find your short foot, draw up through the toes, feel that activation of the arch, tall through your body. Remember that standing knee is a little bent here. I don't want it locked out for the activation of the short foot. Good, hip is active, and then we start to move the arm. Good. And then switch. Good. Challenge the weight. Of course, if you want to add more challenge, you take the load further away from the body. Excellent. Whew, and then bring it down. Wow, so good. Hopefully you're feeling that strength in the work through your feet and your ankles. And I just want to take a little breath in with you guys here just to release all that. So let's take a breath in, arms come up. And as you exhale, just a chin nod forward, rolling forward. Take a breath in at the bottom as you exhale, rolling up through your spine. Inhale and exhale. So great exercise if you need to strengthen your feet. You're struggling with getting that foot to core to glute activation, and then also balance. Hope it felt good. If you have any questions, Linda at twconline.ca.